it's me, Angel. I changed my YouTube. Right now is Movie Monday couple review. We're gonna do City of Angels with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan. So this is basically the beginning of the movie where he is an angel and he helps a girl, move on to the next stage of life. And so I really wanted to start back up the series again because I've mostly been working on my, me gaming in general, and I think it would be best for me to get back into doing reviews on movies I like watching and TV shows I like watching, and I don't know, I'm just working on that. And as you guys know, my Apple Pen broke a couple months ago. I'm kind of hoping to get a new one. It's really expensive though, but I'm hoping. We'll see how it goes. I hope your guys' new year is going good. We're gonna get back into the movie real quick. Alright, so in this movie, Meg Ryan is a doctor, and so far she's with this dude, and she happens to see Seth, who's, Nicolas Cage, and then she has a patient that died, and then she starts crying, and then Nicolas Cage is like an angel who basically loves her when he first sees her, and then they meet, and they talk about death, about the patient, and then he just, talks to her. And then she has a boyfriend, and inevitably the boyfriend becomes the duologist, and then Seth has a friend named Cassio who talks to him, and Meg Ryan has a friend who talks to her about the stuff that she's going through in the other section of the hospital, and she kind of basically figures out that one of the babies in the pediatric section of the hospital has an arrhythmia, or I think it's a lack of arrhythmia, I can't remember, whatever. Anyway, so the reason why I wanted to do this movie was because I had seen this movie when I was young, and this movie was inappropriate for my age, now that I think about it, but it is what it is. As I grow up, I come to really appreciate this movie because, I don't know, as you get older, you kind of realize that, as a lady, you would want someone to be with you no matter what. Anyway, let's get back into the movie. Alright, so there's this former angel named Nathaniel, who Meg Ryan meets, right? And he senses Seth. They have a talk, and he talks to him about how he fell and became human. And that was kind of interesting because Seth was considering falling, because he fell in love with Meg Ryan. So he takes him to see the beach where they hear music in the sunset. This old man literally jumps into the ocean, and Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage do not know what appears is like, which is really funny. They meet up again at the party, and so far they meet up again at the library where all the other angels see them having a conversation, and he tells her that he's not really human, he can't feel anything. She invites him over and then cuts him, which I thought was psycho, and then she told him this. I'm kind of in shock. Lady, you're a doctor. What the hell were you gonna do if he was actually human and you just cut a random ass man that you invited into your house? What? What if Seth was actually human versus being an angel? How are you gonna explain that to the authorities? I don't understand. Which is wild to me. Honestly, this movie, some certain points of the movie, I honestly think back on, I'm yo, this part of the movie, what was this lady thinking? Or what was this dude thinking? Not only that, like Seth kind of low-key stalks her, which is like a little weird. You think about it. Anyway, she talks to her boyfriend, and then he wants to propose to her. And after she told him she wanted to spend some time with him, and then she comes across Seth again at the park. Seth meets the dog. He tells her that the dog likes her or some shit like that, and then they kiss. And you know, she's like, "Did you feel that?" And he's like, Nicolas Cage is like, "What?" And so they meet up again after she tells him to stay with her because she can't ever sleep, which is like, I find it really weird, but oh well. And then like some quotes come off, and then he falls off the bridge because he's like, I love her. And then people see him and they're like freaking out, and they're like, yo, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing bleeding? Like, are you good, bro? And I just thought that was really funny. It added a nice, you know, it's like comedic relief from the drama of the movie, supernatural drama of the movie. I also kind of thought was a little bit funny, even though it was a bit kind of messed up, really, is that Nathaniel in the movie, he goes over to that diner in the earlier scene I spoke about, and he talks to Nicolas Cage, or Seth, whatever, while he's eating these delicious looking Subway pancakes, steak and eggs, and I think home style hash browns, I think. And he knows he's not even supposed to be eating that, which is, like I said, on the other side, funny, kind of. On the other side, not funny. Anyway, so Seth goes and meets Meg Ryan at her cabin, and he realizes what it's like to take a shower. She goes out and gets some stuff for him, or they go to, you know, enjoy some time together. Their first morning together, technically, while he's human, yeah, whatever. And I was like, okay, this movie's gonna turn out nice, and you know, whatever. Like this is gonna have a happy ending. I love it. Just, you know, maybe they have their happily ever after or whatever. Alright, so one of the reasons I really like this movie is because, like, it mentions more so, in my opinion, angels. Because, you know, like, we always think of angels as, like, these spiritual beings watching over us, and or, like, different type of entities or whatever. To which I know, like, back then, during that era, it was more so mentioned than it is now. Besides maybe Supernatural, the TV show. Anyway, back to the movie. So, this lady gets into a crash and then go. And then Seth becomes sad. And then he talks to Daniel, they look at each other. And then he sees his bestie, and his bestie's like, sorry, bro. And he's like, did he know? Did God know? And then he's like, no. And he was like saying this beautiful quote. This beautiful quote spills out from Nicolas Cage's mouth. He gets sad and packs a whole bunch of pears, and he goes to the beach where all the angels are, and then he embraces being human, just like Nathaniel did. He's all sad, but then he loves being human. In that moment, he enjoys it, and he just jumps into the water, realizing that it was worth it, and really was worth it in the long run. And he enjoys the sense of touch, the fact that he's drifting through the water and rising back up to shore, enjoying the waves crashing over him. And the best scene about this is this smile. R.I.P., a great actor. My personal opinion, I think Castiel's dialogue with Seth was great, because it not only puts the difference between a romantic love, but also a sort of platonic love, like where Castiel's dialogue was also him mentioning that he wants to know what it's like to, I believe it was to pet a dog or something like that, and to enjoy life, just like Seth would, but his path would be entirely different, you know, which isn't to drag on the original story, because, you know, romantic love is important, but also other kinds of love is important as well. And I really like this movie. The view of the movie is worth it. Oh,